If you look at all the people in the home-based business industry, you'll find that 5% of them are making over 90% of all the money. That might shock you, but it's very true. So the natural question becomes, what are these 5% of people doing differently from the rest? There's a number of things, but one of the biggest is their attendance at live events. Ask any top earner how many events they've attended in the last 3 months, and chances are they'll be able to rattle off a list of names. Ask anyone who's yet to make a dime, and you'll probably get a very different answer.
Sitting among you right now in this room, there's going to be a few of you. 12 months from now, you'll be making hundreds of thousands of dollars per year. Who wants to be that person? It will be. It's a statistical fact. Here's why. Of all the people in this industry, maybe about 1 to 2% actually are motivated enough to get in a car or get on a plane and actually go to an event. So automatically, the fact that you're here puts you in the top percent. Okay, in the top few percent. Out of that percentage, these are the most motivated, dedicated entrepreneurs. There's going to be a few of you who go on to do very big things. Now, every single one of you is capable of that. You're going to have the training to do that, but it's going to be up to you to implement what you learn over the next 3 days. But you've just got to decide that person's going to be you. Tell you a story. I started going to these kind of events myself. This would have been in 2009. In fact, there's a few people in this room who were right there at the beginning with me in the company we got started with. I'd go to these events and I'd be sitting out there amongst the crowd and I'd be looking up at the stage and I'd see all these top earners coming up, getting their big checks and making $50,000 a month. And as much as I wanted that, there was always a little bit of doubt in my mind as to whether I could do it. But I would see these people come up and they didn't look that special. They really didn't. I don't mean to be rude, but they didn't. They just seemed like average people. And I'd sit there and I'd think, that person doesn't look a whole lot more intelligent than I am. You know, they don't look that special, yet here they are making all of that money. If they can do it, so can I. I just need to find out how they're doing it, and then I just need to model them. Does that make sense? That's really what success in this industry is.
In late 2010, when I was still struggling to gain any momentum in my business, which I'd been at for almost 2 years, I made a huge decision. I saw an event I knew would have a huge impact on my business. It was in Las Vegas. I lived in Perth, Australia. I literally could not have picked a more distant location if I'd tried. But I made the decision to pay $2,000 I didn't have for airline tickets, and after a 35-hour journey, I arrived. It was a big sacrifice for me. I shared a hotel room with another attendee I'd met on Facebook to save money. But I just knew I had to be there. At that event, I got to see all the gurus that I'd been idolizing for years in the flesh. I got to meet them and ask them my biggest questions. And I realized they were not that special at all. They were just regular people who'd figured a few things out. It was incredibly empowering. When I got home, I started taking massive action. A few days later, I promoted a launch as an affiliate, and that week made over $7,100 in commissions, which at the time was a lot of money for me. Getting to that event paid for itself many, many times over. Now, most people would not be willing to travel to the other side of the planet to attend a 3-day event. But then again, most people don't get incredible results. If you want to be in that top 5%, you've got to be willing to do things the other 95% will not. Very soon, Mo will be hosting a 3-day live event called the Home Business Summit. There's one purpose to this event: to give you everything you need to have your first 6-figure year online. You need to be there, and if you're truly serious about doing well in this industry, you will be. You can read more about the event at the link below this video.